Hello and welcome to the Sunday episode of More Than Just Task Management, your favorite daily podcast that helps you build a thriving business with me, Anna Angelova, business coach and consultant, and my fellow co-host and business consultant, Jores Minasvand, who is joining us from Europe these past few days and a week or so. Hey, Jores.
Hi, Hannah. Yes, I'm in a beautiful city of Vienna, uh, and it's beautiful and sunny. It was pretty gloomy earlier when I was in the city center, but now it's very nice and beautiful, sunny. Um,
Well, to allow you to enjoy because it's almost evening, well, late afternoon there, to allow you to
Late
enjoy it.
afternoon.
Yeah, let's quickly record this episode and like share ultimately what is coming up ahead. And now,
Hmm.
if you know, if you're a regular listener, you do know that Sundays we what we do is we share the coming episodes, so you can see what's coming up and decide which topics are interesting for you, so you can listen to them and really focus on your own business. And this is what we do, right? Like, if you are new, this is what we do usually on Sundays. And today, before we share what's coming up ahead for the next 5 days, like our topics, we do want to acknowledge what happened recently with in the world, something that shook us, something that shook millions of people around the world, with the assassination of Charlie Kirk last week on Wednesday, and it shook us. Like it's like we've and if it shook you, if it's something that you felt, you're not alone. Like millions of people, we didn't know him. He was in our social feeds with those conversations he had. So it's natural. I was reading actually yesterday that it's natural for us to feel that loss. And it impacted us. Like we were supposed to record some of these episodes the end of the week, like the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but we didn't. We didn't, and it took us some time to recover a little bit from this and from seeing this and from everything that happened after that online as well, like seeing people celebrating. It's like really, it's
It
unfathomable, and I
is.
found myself watching news and which something I haven't done in so long, and then being online and reading comments and things like this, and it really gets your mind into some kind of a hole, and it's like no, enough is enough. A few days of shock and even mourning in a way, and then what I want to echo ultimately is what the Utah governor said. It's time for us to disconnect and flush things. Like yesterday, one thing that I did that really helped was cleaning my space, like vacuuming and dusting and really organizing the space around me, like going for a walk, like just disconnecting completely. Because the best way that we can make this world a better place for all of us is by focusing on our own circle of influence and circle of control. And what it means for us as business owners is building those businesses, those level 5 and 6 businesses that are profitable, that are a fun place to work, that are loved by our customers, and that make an impact in the world. And you are doing this, like you are building a business that's meaningful. We are building a business that's meaningful. We are building a community of visionary leaders and business owners. And again, it's Sunday, so we'll try to actually be as quick as possible, sharing what's coming up ahead. And after you finish listening, highly recommend disconnect, spend your time with loved ones, go outside if you can, forget about news and things like this. Well, it's Sunday, and if you're in US, NFL is on, so I wouldn't blame you if you're watching games. I would probably be watching games after we've finished recording this, and yeah, try to recharge your soul, your heart, your mind for the week ahead and what's coming up, and all the interesting topics we will have. And Joris, I do want to give you like a quick minute to if
Yes,
there's
please.
anything you want to add. Yes, yeah. Is there anything you want to add, Joris, or
Just give me a second.
okay, I'll give you a second.
I'm trying to compose myself.
Oh yes, it was a hard thing. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Uh, Thank you for uh, bringing up the subject of Charlie Kirk. Uh, I don't want to prolong this. May I suggest we take a few moments, pray for him and his family, and then you're right. We need to uh, not get on with our lives, but what I like to do is profoundly change me, and I think it's enough. It's time for us to stop being quiet and polite. I want us to take a few moments, like a quick moment, pray for Charlie and his family, and then become Charlie.
Yes,
Let's start all of us becoming Charlie. Charlie's voice should not die, and we did not give up our life for his fate and our fates. But what we can do is do our part and become small Charlies. You know, he was
yeah,
very
yeah.
powerful, but we can still have a small voice, and millions and hundreds of millions of small voices can amplify his voice and what he
Yes,
stood for. So
yeah.
just a few. I'm gonna go on mute.
Very well said. Very well said. And
All right, let's
it's all
continue.
up, yeah, yeah. And
Mm.
ultimately, our message today as well is like standing up for our values and principles that are so fundamental, and continuing the
Mm.
dialogue, continuing these things absolutely. So,
And what really bothers me is, like you said, these are so fundamental. Even 50 years ago, even 20 years ago, we didn't have to fight for these fundamental rights of having a family, going to a church and
values and
pray.
principles, yes, yeah,
And
yeah,
we didn't have to fight for this. Now we do, which
yeah.
is ridiculous.
It is, it is,
That's the ridiculousness of this entire, whatever you want to call it. Like,
yeah,
anyways,
yeah, that's true.
uh,
Anyway, yeah, I don't want to
let's
go off topic either. So,
yeah, let's
and
go.
this is,
Let's
by the way, this
get
is
strong
where,
and become Charlies.
yeah, yeah, and this is where, like, you know how much I love the energy leadership framework, and ultimately it has those 7 levels of energy, or mindsets, right? 7 levels of mindset, and like the first level of mindset, the first mindset is victim, like seeing the world as a victim and playing the victim. The second level
The entire
is
left.
the second level is that dog eat dog world, that you blame everyone, is blame culture. The second level is blame culture, and these are the destructive levels. Like these are the mindset that they destroy. They are the negative, and unfortunately, we see how pervasive victim mentality and blame culture is. And what we need to do now, what we want to do now, is it's time to step up. And actually, one thing that people miss is that the next part where we step up, it's not going and taking care of others. The next part, the next step, actually, the next mindset is let me take control and let me focus on myself. Let me take responsibility and accountability for my feelings, my emotions, my thoughts, my actions, reactions, and inactions. And then after that, the fourth one is okay, now that I am responsible for myself, now that I took care of myself, how can I help you now? And then, of course, the fifth one is creating win-win world. And then sixth and seven go into joy and pure love. So this is one thing that it's time for us to step up and take. That's why I said focus on our own circle of control. And if you have read the seven habits of highly effective people, this is actually the first habit in the Stephen Covey book. The first habit is all about your circle of control, my circle of control. It's about taking responsibility for us. This is what we need to do, and then take care of others and create that win-win world. But anyway, got off topic. We promised to keep it quick, and it's not. But this is where we are. So to help you step up, to help you build that thriving business that makes a difference not only in your life, in your family's life, but also in the community you were living and in the world. This is what we have coming up ahead. Monday, which is tomorrow, we are talking about dealing with quiet quitting or disengaged team members. So if you have a team and it's the bigger it gets, the higher chance you have that someone might be quiet quitting on you. There might be people who are disengaged. So what do you do? How do you lead these people? How do you manage these situations? This is what we'll be discussing tomorrow.
And the most difficult part of dealing with them is the first step, which is to identify them. We'll
Yes.
talk about
Oh, yeah.
this in more detail. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is the topic for tomorrow. So if you have a team, highly recommend you listen to the conversation tomorrow, because even if you think that, oh, people are not disengaged, chances are that you have probably at least one person who is. So Monday, disengaged people. How do you deal with this? Tuesday, we are focusing our topic on something that we might have touched on this before in some of our conversations. And tomorrow we will, Tuesday, we will focus entirely on this. It's especially for year one, like, as you're starting your business. So if this is your business, you're just starting, like this is your first year in business, do you actually need a CRM? And CRM is customer relationship management. This is what it is, system. Like, do you need a CRM system? And if yes, which one? So we'll be talking about do you need it, and take if yes, we'll share a few examples of CRM systems. So
And I
this is,
call I
yeah.
call CRM a paradox. Uh, Having a CRM has been oversold by
Yes,
large corporations, and uh, not having a CRM has not been addressed properly
properly. Yeah,
that can actually save businesses. So it's
yeah.
like a paradox.
It is. It is a bit of a
So come and
paradox,
listen
and
to us. It's going to be
uh,
interesting.
ultimately, because it's technology, like we've said it so many times, people processes technology. Technology is an amplifier. It's not the be all and
Mhm.
whatever. I forgot the saying. But anyway,
And
Tuesday,
yeah,
another wonderful conversation.
uh,
Yes.
no, it's okay. I didn't want to start a conversation, but yes, CRM is a technology, but CRM is also a customer journey where, anyways, we'll talk more
We'll
about
talk
it.
about it. Yeah, we'll talk
Yeah,
about it. Absolutely.
yeah.
Tuesday, Tuesday. Tune in.
You opened
Tune
the
in.
Pandora's box. Now here we are. Sorry.
Here we are. Yeah, I know. Okay. Wednesday, uh, we are kind of going to the other spectrum where we're talking about how to retain high performers. So Monday we might be talking about quiet quitting and disengaged team members. Wednesday we'll be talking about your high performance and how to retain them when you can't afford big pay increases. So especially if you have, like, if you're running a small business, like a local store or something like this, you might not be able to offer pay increases, like too big of a pay increase. So how do you retain your high performance? What can you do to keep these people, not only keep them working with you and for you, but keep them at that same level, right? Because like they still love working with you. So this is what we're discussing on Wednesday. One of my favorite topics, people.
Yeah, yeah, one of my let's call it favorite topics, people. Uh, and interestingly, these as similar as it is to our subject on Monday, it's a little bit, I think, not easier, but basically you don't have to deal with step number one, which is identifying them, because they're if they are a high
High performer.
producer and
Yeah.
high performer, it's already everybody knows it. You're getting emails from your customer like every month. Praising the person, the
Yes.
coworkers,
Yeah. Yeah.
not all coworkers except the ones that quietly quit are the ones that even coworkers say how great this person is. And if you're not a blind moron, then you'll see it as well. So
Okay. Perfect.
uh,
Yeah.
sorry about that. I'm a bit
Pardon.
emotional right now for
Pardon your
Charlie,
French.
so
Okay, we are pardoning your French. It's good.
pardon
It's
my
good.
French. Yes.
Thursday, we will talk about another interesting topic. So, when it comes to refunds, disputes, and difficult clients, handling this professionally, like especially if you're starting your business and you are facing these things for the first time, like you might be wondering, okay, what do I do? Like, how do I handle this professionally? What kind of process should I have so I can do this in a manner that honors my business and do this the right way ultimately. So this is what we'll be focusing on Thursday.
And I will give you a very, very interesting example of a difficult disputing client where the business refunded them because at the end of the day it was more of a their reputation and their brand, and then immediately they fired the customer.
Oh, interesting.
Yep.
Interesting.
Which is an
Okay.
option.
Oh,
Which is an option.
absolutely. Absolutely. And that's why you need to have a process to do this thing and
Yep.
know when this is actually what Darren Hardy calls PETA. And PETA is pain in the, and then you know what it is. Anyway, so this was Thursday, and then Friday we are wrapping up the week with a very interesting topic, actually. How to know, like, what are the signs ultimately that you have outgrown your current software? And especially with the way technology changes these days, it's a valid question. Like, what signs are there that you might be better served by a different software, by something new? So, if you are like you've been in business in a while and you've been using something for a long time and it has been on your mind, like, is this the right tool based on where things are right now, where your business is going, this episode is for you. And even if you haven't thought about it, actually, this is a good episode for you to listen, because you might actually realize, when we share the signs, you might actually realize that you have outgrown one or two of your solutions and tools. So
Absolutely.
highly recommend, if you are an established business with tools that you've been using for years and
Mhm.
years, listen to that conversation.
It'll be an amazing week. I love it. I love it. Very excited to share our wealth and of knowledge that you and I have accumulated. Me from the era of the dinosaurs, and yourself from the last few decades. But
Yeah. Oh, yes. Well, my birth year starts with 19, so you know, we are both ancient. Anyway, so just to quickly summarize, Monday, how to deal with quiet quitting and disengaged team members. Tuesday, do you really need a CRM in year one of your business? And if yes, which one? Wednesday, retaining high performers when you can't offer big salary increases. Thursday, handling refunds, disputes, and difficult clients professionally. And Friday, the signs that you've outgrown your current software. These are the topics ahead. If you and your business are at a place where one or more of these topics and conversations are important, bookmark put a reminder, put it in your calendar, so you can uh, listen to this episode, the coming episode, and get the most out of it. And then also, of course, subscribe. If you have not subscribed yet, subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss any upcoming episodes. And yeah, this is what it is. I know we actually made it a little bit longer, especially for a Sunday. We just wanted to share our initial thoughts and acknowledge what happened. So, as I said, now that you have finished listening to the episode and you know what's coming up ahead, and you have put the reminders in your calendar, turn things off. Go outside. Spend time with your friends, family, with your community. Watch a football game. Play something. Go play. Like throw a ball. Do something fun. Do something enjoying. Clear your space. Clear your mind. Recharge your soul, your heart, and your mind, and get ready for another amazing week of your journey of being a visionary business owner, of being an exception in this world, someone who has already taken so much responsibility, and someone who is building a vision that's bigger than you, right? A business that, as I said, helps you, your family, your community. So go ahead, recharge, and we'll be back tomorrow with helping you deal with quiet quitting and disengaged team members. So this was for today. Enjoy your Sunday and come back tomorrow for another episode of More Than Just Task Management, your favorite daily podcast that helps you build a thriving business. I'm Anna Angelova. I think Jores' connection dropped, so he won't be able to say bye, but this is for today. Again, have a wonderful rest of the day, and we will be back tomorrow with another engaging conversation. Bye.